بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد. So now we're moving on to الباء الزائدة. So we have the harf jar zaid. From the harf jar zaid, the one we're discussing today is الباء. So we have the عامل, we have the تعمل في الاسم, and now we're on حروف jar. Just about to finish up the حروف jar. Then we go on to the other ones later on, inshallah. Okay. So الضرب الثالث, the third type of حرف jar, or the third type of particles which give jar to one noun, is the حرف jar الزائد. And a حرف jar زائد, again, is going to come out in the حاشية. ما لا يفيد معنى إلا التأكيد. Is that particle which only gives the meaning of تأكيد. And it is ولا يكون مع مجروره. With this مجرور, it does not become the معمول of a فعل or شبه الفعل necessarily. It just becomes another stop. It doesn't become مفعول به or anything. يسمى, المسألة here is يسمى حرف الجر الزائد حرف الصلة. The حرف الجر الزائد is also called حرف الصلة. Is it not mentioned in the Hashia, the fawaid of why the difference between the naming Ahlul Kufa and Basra? So this is the Hashia that comes up later in the book, and it comes up under Harf Ghayna Amil Ahruf Ziyada. But I'll mention it here, because who knows what will happen in the future. So we're seeing here that the word Harfu Sila and the word Harfun Jar Zaid. So we'll discuss this in Harfun Zaid later on in the Harf Al Amil, but for now, just understand that the people of Basra, they say Hurufun Zaida. Now, the word Hurufun Zaida, وهم لا يقصدون أنها محملة لا فائدة فيها. The problem with this tasmiyah, they don't mean it's muhmal, meaning zaid, meaning extra, excess, unnecessary, useless. بل يعنون أنها لم تكن في أصل تركيب الجملة. It means it's زائدة من حيث أصل تركيب الجملة. In the structure of a sentence, there's no slot for this. It's not fa'il, maf'ul bihi, jar, majrur, mudaf, mudaf. It has no slot. بحيث لو حذف, if you were to remove this, لم يكن الكلام ملحونا. It wouldn't have been an error. It would be defect. The meaning won't be fulfilled. It would have ta'kid missing. But it wouldn't be say, oh, this is a grammatical error. It wouldn't be خارجا عن قوانين العربية. It would be in line with the قوانين of the Arabiya. So if you say, أليس الله بأحكم الحاكمين, أليس الله أحكم الحاكمين. It's different. The balagha is not there. Ta'kid is missing, and it can tell a clear difference. However, it's not lahan. It's not, oh, you made an error in the grammar. أليس الله أحكم الحاكمين. فهمت? But it gives a fa'idah. So in terms of asl tarkib, they call it za'ida. However, وَيُسَمِّيهَا الْكُوفِيُّونَ حَرْفَ الصِّلَةِ. The Ahl Kufa, they say أحرف الصلة. Yes? Why? تفاديا من تسمية كلمة واردة في القرآن زائدة. To avoid calling a particle that comes in the Quran زائدة. فهم? Or when they say صلة, what's the reason? وهم يعنون. So زائدة means زائدة من حيث التركيب, and صلة means يتوصل به لفصاحة بالغة. يتوصل أي you use that حرف to وصل يصل, to reach, to connect to extra element of fasaha. So harfu sila, it connects you, it joins, it brings up the extra additional meaning. It joins the kalima to some additional meaning. So it's a harfun jar zaid. It means zaid min haythu tarkib. Harfu sila is a better way of doing it according to Ahlul Kufa, so you don't have that inappropriate word which they consider inappropriate for the word in the Quran. Yes, and it says يتوصل به لفصاحة بالغة. You get using this ba, you achieve and acquire some other elements of fasaha and balagha. We mentioned that here. Okay. And the harfun jar are zaid of 4, and we'll continue from here tomorrow, inshallah. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد. So we're now going on to ba az-zaida, the harfun jar of ba zaida. So where does ba zaida come? So we say تقع الباء الزائدة قياسا. So there's a rule. قياسي, it occurs in a few places following a particular rule. Number 1, في خبر النفي بليس أو بما. So if you have لا ليس, yes, or حرف مشبه بليس, in the khabar of that you can have a ba, which creates ta'keed. So وَإِنَّ اللَّهَ لَيْسَ بِظَلَّامٍ لِلْعَبِيدِ وَمَا رَبُّكَ بِظَلَّامٍ لِلْعَبِيدِ. You already done this before. So you can have the ba here, and the ba creates emphasis. So this is not the notness. In negative, the negation is more emphasized. The second place you can have it is في خبر الاستفهام بهل. Not very common, you can have it. When you have here هل زيد, so when you have istifham and the particle we use for istifham is هل, in the khabar you can have a ba. هل زيد بقائم. So that's also permissible. The third place you can have it is وفي تأكيد المعنوي بنفس. So تأكيد اللفظي, you repeat the same word, and تأكيد معنوي is when you bring a new word to create that meaning. So for example here, نظف الأمير المسجد بنفسه. So بنفسه, this is a تأكيد لفظي of أمير. So أي نظف الأمير نفسه. Yes? But very common you put the ba. So something's حرف جر زائد. So you say نظف is فعل, الأمير is فاعل, المسجد مفعول به, با حرف جر شبيه بالزائد. Yes? No, not شبيه زائد. با حرف جر زائد. نفسه is محلا لفظا مجرور because of the ba. But محلا is مرفوع, is a تأكيد تأكيد معنوي of أمير. So really نظف الأمير نفسه المسجد. The Amir himself cleaned the masjid. So this ba comes on the ta'keed ma'nawi when the word nafs is not for ayn, only for nafs. Fahim? Does everybody follow that one? The third place is وَفِي فَاعِلِ أَفْئِلْ بِهِ لِلتَّعَجُّب. This came already in أفعال التعجب. When you have the sigha of ta'ajjub, of أفْئِلْ بِهِ, this bihi is the fa'il. We mentioned it there, that really the fa'il is inside, and you bring the fa'il out, and you say أسمع بهم. So أسمع is the fa'il, فعل أمر, للتعجب, and him is the fa'il. Correct? So by harf zaida, him is the fa'il. Ay asmi. How I mean, how much can they hear? So this already came in when we done the fa'il amr sigat ta'ajjub before. And the last place where, I think it's the last place where qiyasan ba comes is in the mubtada after idha al-fujaiyya. For example, دخل الرجل فإذا إذا فجائية ابنه يصلي. So now you have the mubtada is ibnuhu, but because it's idha fujaiya on the mubtada, to create the meaning of to give ta'keed and to go along with the meaning of suddenness, you say idha bibnihi, put the ba here. So idha bibnihi yusalli. Understood? Yes? Now, a few places where ba can come sama'an. There's no rule for this, you just use this. Number one is al-mubtada bilafzi hasb. If the mubtada is the word hasb or is khabar. So if it's hasb, comes as mubtada or as khabar, you can put ba on it. For example here, no sorry, yeah. So for example here, بحسبك أن تصوم كل شهر ثلاثة أيام. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he recommended some sahaba just fast, not fast twice a week, just fast 3 days a month. So بحسبك أن تصوم كل شهر ثلاثة أيام. It is sufficient for you. أي حسبك. But again, the Prophet wanted to emphasize it, give it ta'keed, and a bit like a thing. So the ba is here for ta'keed. So hasbuka is mubtada, hasbika mahallan is marfu', becomes mubtada, and antasuma becomes the khabar. So fasting 3 days every month is sufficient for you. Similarly, if you have hasbuka as a mubtada, but the khabar can have the ba. Hasbuka bi zaid. Zaid is sufficient for you. Yes? So when you have hasb, either the hasb itself or the khabar of the hasb, you can have the ba za'ida. This is sama. There are a few other words. The other place, for example, I just came across it recently. I didn't know of this till now. It didn't click to me. There's a hadith where the Prophet ﷺ said, when you make dua for your brother, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala appoints an angel, and the angel says, وَلَكَ بِمِثْلِهِ. Yeah, بِمِثْلٍ. I think it's mithlin. وَلَكَ بِمِثْلٍ. So here, the commentators have said that this ba is the same ba that comes on hasb. It's the same ba that comes here. So وَلَكَ مِثْلٌ. Yeah, وَلَكَ مِثْلُهُ تَنْوِينُ الْإِوَضْ. وَلَكَ مِثْلُهُ. And that ba is for, again, it creates ta'keed. So sometimes a few other words fall under the it gives tashbih with hasb, and it has it. So that's one place. So it's sama'an, and there's also been used in the hadith. So you can add that in, or you can say, well, I don't know how many other exceptions there are. But so there are a few sama'i places where the ba comes on the khabar. And the last place we have here is, well, it says here, when you have the word kafa. But kafa has two meanings. One has the meaning of like, Allah is sufficient for you. So again, all of these create meaning like a ta'keed. So it's saying, kafa billahi shahid. Allah is sufficient as a witness. Allah is sufficient as a wakil. Allah is sufficient. When you have the meaning of hasbu, hasbu, hasbu. in that meaning, then you can have ba on the fa'il. However, sometimes the word kafa, it doesn't mean like it's sufficient for you. It means he saved you from something. He done the job for you. So Allah says, وَكَفَى اللَّهُ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ الْقِتَالِ. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saved the believers from fighting. Ay waqa. So because this, you can't have ba, you will not have ba here. Because this is not in the meaning of hasb, it's the meaning of waqa. So when you have when you have kafa in that meaning, ba doesn't come. Ba only comes in the meaning of a fa'il of kafa when it has the meaning of hasbu. فاهم؟ Okay, زين. Okay. سبحان الله وبحمده سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك ونشهد ان لا اله الا انت نستغفرك ونتوب اليك.